Come on.
A girl is 5'10" and has glutes. You know how hard it is for a girl to be that tall and have an ass? So if I can do it, you can do it. But if you're new here, my name is Alex Coolfit, and I do everything gym and lifestyle content, and we're hitting glutes because who doesn't want a fat ass? Hitting glute iso. I'm gonna make sure those cheeks fall off the bone. Literally like Patrick. Anywho, make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe. Make sure y'all follow my other socials at Alex Coolfit. Thank you all for 23,000 and 4,000 on TikTok and 1.8K on here. Hopefully we're at 1.9 by the time this drops, but we are gonna be hitting glutes. Now, y'all know before we hit any workout, we're gonna hit our mobility because we do not want to risk injury. And the growth is getting old, you feel me? I need to make sure these muscles don't start cracking and popping and crackling and popping like pop rocks. And also, when you hit your mobility, your lifts are better and you're gonna see your booty gains explode, especially when you're doing that hip mobility. Hip mobility is key for legs.
I'll be your role model. Don't need help tomorrow. Running me with Audemars. Tell me what you want. There's never enough for you, but you can wait until after tomorrow. Flawless, flawless, baby.
All right, the first movement we're gonna get into are hip thrusts. And hip thrusts are our shortened movement. That's what you should start your leg days with, your shortened movement. You can do a lengthened if you want, or your compound. Hip thrust is kind of like compound because you're gonna hit your glutes, your quads, your calves, all the bit in between, hamstrings. Get what I'm putting down. But we're gonna start with our hip thrust. And we're going to superset it into B-Stance Hipthrust. So we're not gonna go as heavy today. We're gonna give it a good moderate weight. We're gonna do 3 times 8, then into 3 times 8 each leg B-Stance. B-Stance is a good way to isolate that one glute on each leg, and it's gonna help round the booty. So when we do hip thrusts, we want to make sure we're keeping a 90-degree angle. That is the key to any glute movement, that 90-degree angle. We want to make sure our body is parallel. Your glutes are gonna fall off the bone with B-Stance hip thrust or a single leg hip thrust. You're gonna walk out of here feeling like Patrick Star. It's gonna be like your bone is sticking out your ass. I'm not lying to you. Down, hold up. B-Stance RDLS, and I love these because they isolate the glute and the hamstring at the same time. The key is the same as our B-Stance hip thrust or single leg hip thrust, but we're gonna put one foot forward. We're gonna make sure we're parallel with our body, and we're gonna place that other leg back. So then we're gonna hinge at our hips. Imagine you're doing a standing up hip thrust and you're gonna push your butt towards the wall. You're gonna be trembling. If you thought a man was gonna make your legs tremble, no, this leg workout is. Okay, 3 times 8 to 10 each leg. Because I've learned when you make sure your reps are clean and they can be consistent, that's when you see the most glute growth. You can add weight if you want because this is progressive overload.
All of the time, girl, you look fine. Girl, you deserve shine and I'll get behind it. You know I don't see you and him, no, I don't get it. You know
My booty's on fire. We're doing hip abductions, not adductions. Hip abductions. These are gonna target our glute medius and our glute maximus. And hip abductions also help target your hip dips. And I always tell people, hip dips do not go away, but we can give the illusion that we've filled them in by growing the muscle. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Let's get into our working set.
down if you're with it. Girl, I get so excited when you touch me. Girl, can I come see you?
I'm gonna say if your hips do start to cramp up on these, you need to work on your hip mobility. Don't sleep on your mobility. A lot of people's hips do start to cramp up on these. Sometimes it's not made for you. Switch to a cable abduction. That will help because you'll have more range of movement. Ugh. Please let this energy drink chill me out. Please calm down. But anywho, a hip abduction on the cables will give you more range of motion, so you won't be restricted. You will be able to move more freely and adjust to your body. Glute kickbacks. We're going to do 3 times 10 each leg, and then we are going to finish out with a compound. Your glute iso days do not need to be complicated. So we're gonna hit these 3 times 10. We wanna make sure that we're hinging at the hips and extending our leg at a 45-degree angle and squeezing at the top. These are basic glute kickbacks. We are targeting our maximus. So let's get to work.
I know what I want. Play with you, I know I love it. So bring your ass to the front, shake it like that, baby, throw it.
Yeah, arch back, like that, head back, like that. Get ready, I'm heating up. I don't give
Last exercise of the night are our sumo squats. We're choosing violence because we want to end with a compound to hit everything in our legs. But sumos hit mainly your glutes. 3 times 12. For these, when we go down, I'm gonna make sure we're pointing our feet out. We're at a wider stance than narrow. And when we go down, we're keeping our chest up, of course, chin tucked, but we wanna hinge more. So as we're going down, we wanna go 90 degrees, and we wanna come up, keep a slight bend in our knee to keep that tension. These are about keeping the tension so you feel your booty fall off.
just call back, right back. We can spin, then get it right back. Now she just said I want it all.
You know, we do our glute iso, so our glutes look like this. Girl is 5'10" and has glutes. You know how hard it is for a girl to be that tall and have an ass? So if I can do it, you can do it. All right, and that is the end of the video. I hope this helps you all achieve those glute gains. I will leave all the workout details down below in the description. And also, if you did not check out the last video, it literally tells you how to grow the shelf of your booty and how you should structure out your workouts. So go ahead and click on that one for more booty info. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all follow my other socials at Alex Coolfit. We are on the road to 10K, our first 2K. And remember y'all, one day a thou, one day 100 thou, one day a mil, and remember to do it the Coolfit way. Love y'all. What's the energy, ladies? What's the energy, ladies? Never had a bitch like me, never had a bitch like me. He never had a bitch like you, queen. He's missing out. Are you really a girl if you don't mess up the lyrics?